Hello and welcome to the agenda. I am Ajay Kaul. Today we will discuss about the withdrawal of Indian and Chinese troops in the Pangong Lake area. 9 months after the military face-off began on the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh sector, India and China have started pulling back frontline troops in the Pangong Lake area. Announcing this, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said today that both sides will cease their forward deployments in a phased, coordinated and verified manner. Structures built will be dismantled. So how should this development be seen? We will try to understand in the agenda today with two top former army officials. We have with us retired Major General Sanjay Soy and retired Major General S.B. Asthana. But before we begin our conversation, let's have a look at this small report.
We are now able to reach an agreement on disengagement in the north and south bank of the Pangong Lake. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said in Parliament today about the crucial development on the eastern Ladakh sector of line of actual control, where militaries of India and China have been in face-to-face situation for the last 9 years. The face-off had begun in May last year after China launched aggression at various places in the sector in an attempt to change the status quo of the line of actual control. Since then, there may have been 9 rounds of military commander level talks and discussions at various other levels, including between defense ministers, foreign ministers and national security advisors. The disengagement agreement has been reached at the 9th round of talks. The agreement envisages that both sides will cease their forward deployment in a phased, coordinated and verified manner. Singh said the two sides will take mutual and reciprocal steps, and any structures that had been built by both sides since April 2020 in both north and south bank area will be removed and the landforms will be restored. The implementation of this agreement has started yesterday in the north and south bank of the Pangong Lake. It will substantially restore the situation to that existing prior to commencement of the standoff last year, the Defence Minister said. We have both agreed that both sides should achieve complete disengagement at the earliest and abide fully by the bilateral agreements and protocols, he said. The next meeting of the senior commanders will be held within 48 hours after the complete disengagement in the Pangong Lake area so as to address and resolve all other remaining issues, he said. He asserted that in the talks held with China, India has not conceded anything. Singh said there are still some outstanding issues with regard to deployment and patrolling at some other points along the LAC in eastern Ladakh, and these will be the focus of further discussions with the Chinese side. Bureau Report.
Now let's welcome our guests, Major General Soy and Major General Asthana. Welcome to the program, both of you, sir. So you saw the development that has taken place in Pangong Lake area. Major General Soy, I'll first come to you. How do you see this development?
In fact, personally, I feel that if this thing takes place, it is a very, very positive development.
Yeah.
So both the countries are big democratic countries, big countries in the world.
China is not
Most populous and second populous. Sorry. Yeah, and the economic power is great. So it is very, very important that both neighbors should remain peaceful.
Right.
I think, but the fact is that this statement, whether it translates into action,
Right.
that is to be seen.
Right.
And again, the India must remain vigilant. The Indian forces must remain vigilant, even if it is a very good sign. But keeping in view the faster movement and mobilization available to the China.
Right.
So the clause which was there, that we should withdraw till the number of hours which will require to build up. That clause I hope is taken care of. But the very fact that India has taken the stand that not an inch of land would be surrendered, and the basic stand remains firm. On this thing has shown the resolve of India which has continued since May last year, and this has finally probably the China had to accept, and this kind of agreement has taken place. And rightly said, as the withdrawal takes place in a phased manner, there would be another meeting after 48 hours of this to check on ground. That I think that will again bring out the facts. Yeah.
So, Major General Asthana, I'll come to you. Before I go for a supplementary, your initial remarks about the development, then I will take on.
Firstly, it's relevant because the cost of standoff and the limit of standoff is beyond a point. And as we all know, that standoff has got a human cost, it has got financial cost, and it has got other implications of LOCization of LAC, that is deployment all along the LAC.
Right.
Sure. That this agreement which we do is also beneficial to India. Now, in this particular case, I would analyze this agreement from 2 points of view. That is, firstly from the Chinese point of view. What
Yeah.
Chinese have said.
Yeah.
Chinese statement says it is limiting the entire agreement to Pangong South and North,
Right.
and that frontline troops. What the defense minister has said in the Rajya Sabha, that is indicating that they are going to go back east of Finger 8. And the strategic intention of China is very clear, that they want to get you down from Kailash range. Now, if it is implemented exactly in the manner in which it has been brought out, what it implies is that you get down from Kailash range because it is flying troop. He disengages. He has not said he will go beyond the Chinese have not said to him. Now, in that case, what is going to happen is that Chinese may also withdraw slightly. They won't let you do petrol.
Right.
And in that case, they are at an advantage because all other issues, like the Tang and other engagements, the defense minister has said that we will be talking separately.
Yeah.
So therefore, if the way the things are, because we are dealing with a very clever neighbor, and this clever neighbor interpret every agreement to its requirement, and therefore we have to be very, very careful.
Right.
And therefore, as we say that pudding ka
Yeah, the taste of eating is in pudding. I mean, the taste of pudding is in eating. Yeah.
तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देखना पड़ेगा.
Yeah,
इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में क्या हो रहा है?
Right.
तो अब जब इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होगा इसका, उसमें किस तरीके से आगे वो कहाँ तक पीछे जाते हैं, क्योंकि अभी हर चीज चाइनीज ने पब्लिक नहीं करी है, जो कि राजनाथ सिंह ने कहा है. तो हमें मेरे विचार से थोड़ा सा वेट करना पड़ेगा. चाइनीज का इस क्या है डिसएंगेजमेंट का.
Right.
आज की डेट में एज स्पेसिफिक एनालिस्ट मेरा ये कहना है कि डिसएंगेज दोनों कंट्री अपनी अपनी डेफिनेशन लेके चल रहे हैं, और दोनों कंट्रीज को हेडअप दोनों हो चुके हैं. दोनों ही परेशानी में है कि इतना लंबा स्टैंड ऑफ नहीं होना चाहिए, सबसे कहीं ज्यादा लंबा स्टैंड ऑफ होता है, और वो ये चाह रहे हैं कि किसी तरह का रास्ता निकले. तो एक रास्ता निकलने की कोशिश की गई है, जिसको हमें वेलकम करना है.
But
अब ये रास्ता इम्प्लीमेंटेशन स्टेज में कहाँ जाएगा वो हमें देखना.
right. So, but it is premature to celebrate. General Soy, I'll come to you. So, as you heard General Asthana, that we have to first see, so we cannot celebrate prematurely. I have a point. So now about when you hear Defense Minister Rajnath Singh about China will go east of Finger 8 and India goes to Finger 3. So if I am not wrong, before the standoff began, India was at Finger 4 and had patrolling rights up to Finger 8. So in that sense, have we conceded?
No, in fact, these are all no man's land where India was patrolling earlier also.
Yeah, I know,
now
but
also
at least we had the patrolling rights.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So they also had the patrolling right. Both
so
the
we
countries
so
had-
no no please, we had patrolling rights from finger 4 to finger 8. Now we
Yes,
have
yes,
been
yes.
now we are relocated to finger 3, according to what defense minister said.
Yes, so that's right. The probably, but the fact is, we need to see it on ground. I still feel that no ground would be considered. That is for fact because the government from day one has taken this stand. This statement, whether we go back to finger 3 and earlier we were in finger 4, that we need to, yes, you are right, we need to examine it in detail. And what General Asthana had brought out,
So why?
The
So why,
point
my
of
question is
withdrawal-
why did we agree for finger 3, not finger 4? What was the status quo ante? That is my question.
yes, in fact, we need to think, yes, you are right, Ajay, that we need to really think of it because why should we go back? It is like typical Chinese stand that, okay, they take 2 steps forward and go back, 4 steps forward and go back 2 steps.
Yes.
And force us to go back 1 step. So that is what is happening. And other thing is that what General Asthana had brought out of withdrawal from the heights.
Right.
That is also very critical because the whole thing has to be taken in the whole package as such.
Yeah.
Because the places where they are in advantageous position, that is where they are not talking of those areas.
They are holding on to that. Yeah, that's what I am.
They are holding on to that. And the heights, because we had captured those heights, had given us very, very strategic and tactical advantage. We were getting the view, we were getting the domination over their area. And we should not till the whole settlement is taken place. That is a big bargaining power with us.
Right. General Asthana, you heard me about finger 3 and finger 4. So what do you say on that?
See, I totally agree with you. The problem is that finger 3 and finger 4, we were there in between 3 and 4, that is Dancing Post was with us,
Right.
and finger 4 to 8 were patrolling.
That's what. Yeah.
Now, as far as the current agreement is concerned, that means the patrolling stops till the time the complete disengagement takes place.
So it
As
stops
per
at
the
finger 3.
statement-
It stops at finger 3. Yeah.
Yeah, we stops at finger 3. That means you are not going from finger 4 to 8 till the time everything becomes normal the way it was before 20th of April.
Right.
That is what, in nutshell, what the defense minister has said. Now, for me to believe, given the background, what Chinese have done in past,
Yeah.
that they will dismantle all the assets which they have made, they will destroy all the roads, and they will go back beyond finger 8. It seems too good to be true
Right.
because they have never followed what they have said. Problem is that our troops have braved it and they have ensured that once they have taken the Kailash range, they have put China on a back foot
Right.
militarily.
Yeah.
Now, on their negotiation table, if they have to vacate Kailash range, write in the word go, because that is the forward post.
Yeah.
And that is what Chinese are saying, that the forward troops will withdraw. Now, if that is the case, then perhaps it may not be a very good idea, because that is the main bargaining chip which India has carried through. So, militarily, there is a different issue. As far as negotiation table is concerned, there I am very sure that there must be lot many other things which must have been negotiated,
Right.
which are not in public domain as of now, and therefore to comment whether negotiation has been good or bad will be premature and incorrect, because we still don't know what they have said.
But
as far as Chinese are concerned,
Yeah. But it appears
clear.
about Kailash range, we have kind of not bargained properly.
couldn't hear you.
I mean, on the Kailash range issue, it appears from the statement that we have not bargained properly. Maybe we have given up. That right or what? General Asthana.
See, when it came to the statement on Kailash range,
Yeah.
the defense minister has not made a statement on Kailash range.
Yeah.
He has just said that we will go before 20th April position.
Substantially.
So,
It says substantially.
substantially.
Yes.
So now, if that be so, that indirectly
I will.
means that we are going to
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. I will read his statement. He says it will substantially restore the situation to that existing prior to the commencement of standoff. Substantially, it will restore. So, what does it mean, General Asthana? General Soy, yeah,
That,
yeah,
Yeah, so
what
can
I'll
you
say
say
is,
that?
since, I can hear that what he said was that we'll go back to the substantially to the April position. The fact is, in what sequence do we go?
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll keep holding to our bargaining point where we are strong, the heights, till the whole package is settled. That is what, because it does not say, at present they said, okay, finger 8 and finger 3. That is the statement which has come up now.
Yeah.
And we'll withdraw to the April 20th situation. But in what sequence, how will we go? Because at present, if Chinese have agreed, it is because we are holding the heights.
But General,
Simple and straight.
But General
from
Soy,
the military point of view.
General Soy, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, April 2020 situation was that we were at finger 4. I'll again go back to that. We were not at finger 3. So, is that so?
Yeah, that's right. What General Sanan brought out, that we are between finger 3 and 4, that post was there. So whether that is what at times the statement go back to finger 3, or whether we go a post behind finger 4, that's a thing which will be verified on ground.
Okay.
But the fact is that at present, if they said, I'm sure the government will not take a stand where we are falling back from the April 2020 situation. That is, I'm very, very sure.
Right. Okay, General Soy, there are, as we talk about LAC, the Eastern Ladakh sector right now, they stand off. So there are other friction points also, like Galwan, like we have some Spangur gap also. So why do you think, I mean, the agreement was reached on Pangong Lake area and not on Galwan and other places?
No, because you are right, that because that is where probably the Chinese are trying to play a smart game. We do not know the whole package, how the whole thing, those things have not been declassified. Only thing is now it has come out that we are withdrawing from to finger 3 and finger 8, they are withdrawing. So how but the statement says the whole thing will be go back to the April 20 situation.
Yeah.
Substantially.
Yeah.
So it will happen. But the fact is, how it will happen, in what sequence it will take place, that is to be seen. And I'm sure the government and military commanders will recommend to the government that we must retain the heights till the last, because that will remain a big bargaining chip for us.
No, my point was, how could we reach agreement on Pangong Lake area and not on Galwan or Spangur Gap?
No,
Are those areas difficult?
Yes, because it will take place. Because if the whole thing has been discussed, that both countries will go to April 2020, but at present, if Galwan has taken place, Pangong area has been agreed. But in principle, somewhere they would have agreed how they are going to go about it. But if it has not been agreed, then we have to have a rethink on the whole thing, and we should not fall in the trap of the China, that how they are doing it, and because ultimately in the past also, if you see, the NSA meet was there, the foreign minister meets were there, and ultimately the promises were made, but what happened on ground? Nothing materialized.
Right.
And China kept on stepping up its infrastructure development and preparedness of defenses, whether it is in Tibet or Ladakh area or Arunachal Pradesh, where the village has come up. So they have not stopped developing their preparedness for defenses. So it is only, that is in spite of all this talk. So now after this talk also, after this meeting, what happens on ground and how much is fructifies on ground, that needs to be seen. I mean, I am keeping my fingers crossed, frankly.
Okay, General Soy is keeping fingers crossed. General Asthana, I'll come to you. I was asking General Soy about how could Pangong Lake area, I mean, if it has been resolved, agreement could be reached there, and not about Galwan and Spangur Gap, which are the other friction points face to face.
See, when we discuss, we will have to all the points, all of it together.
Yeah.
Presuming that it only locate, make agreement only to leave Depsang and that will not work out. Secondly, it's a fact that it has not been as a carefully demarcated. So nothing stops going back and back again. They have better infrastructure. They can come back.
Yeah.
So their attempt is to get you down from Karachi, go back, and then come back again,
Yeah.
and in a better season, so that they can sustain. Now this is the game which Chinese are playing. Now how the sequence of implementation as General Kohli has said worked out, and that whether we are putting for bargaining chip till the end, till everything is resolved or not. If we give it earlier, then there is
Yeah. General Asthana, as
hello.
I'll go to General Soi.
Yes.
General Soi, I'll come to you. So, if we talk about Galwan particularly, so why I was trying to compare between Pangong Lake and Galwan area, what we have read reports about or whatever we know, it looks like in Galwan, China is more entrenched and occupying heights, dominant heights. So, is it because of that could not be resolved, no pullback from that area because China is having advantage there and we don't have? And in Pangong, maybe we had advantage and that is why we are doing that. What do you say?
No, absolutely. Ajay, you right. That's why the China is playing a smart game.
Yeah.
That okay, this area, and this has been their strategy right from beginning. Wherever you are weak, you try and withdraw and try to adjust, and wherever you are strong, then hold on to it. So India has seen enough of this, of this game, and I'm sure, and that's why we need to be wary of the implementation on ground, and ultimately the whole package, how the whole package has to take place. And second thing, Ajay, you are absolutely right. And second thing, what General Sthanak brought out, I like to add on to that is now it is already February.
Yeah.
April onward now, couple of months now onward, the campaigning season, or maybe from May onward, the campaigning season starts for next 6-7 months. The thing become tricky. We are getting back to the same last year situation.
So I'll
China,
since you talked about the campaign season, I'll maybe remind about 1962. I think we saw a similar situation in July when the troops were withdrawn and we are celebrating, and in October there was war.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I was coming to that only.
Yeah.
Absolutely, history. We need to be very, very wary because China has the advantage of faster mobilization, which I brought out earlier.
Yeah.
They've got the roads, the defense, the mobility, vehicular mobility is available to them right up to the border.
Yeah.
Will take much more time, longer time. That's why probably this could be a trap also. Okay, you withdraw and then we fall back again and come back better prepared and occupy these heights, force you to, once you withdraw from these heights, and next time, whosoever climbs in the mountains, it is very, very difficult to retake.
Right.
To take it back from the defender.
So General Asthana, this could be a trap. As we now discuss, we have kind of reached a consensus that it could maybe a trap, because as I mentioned about 62, we had a similar situation.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We can't say will be.
We cannot rule out. Yeah,
Yes.
maybe. We are saying maybe.
Yes, you can't rule that out.
Because we can't trust Chinese. Yeah.
It can well be a trap, and they certainly try to get you in a trap in a situation like this. One more thing which I would like to say is that Chinese have started off much bigger strategies along with. Now this engagement, their definition is very Pangong Tsu and north and south of Pangong Tsu.
Yeah.
Now, strategically speaking, area south of Pangong Tsu is more important to us because it leads Chinese in our map. And
that Chushul area is a wide open area which is strategically important. From there they can go to Leh and they can also go to Leh. As far as the other side is concerned, that is north of Pangong Tso, those regions are very well defensible. So no major gains can be made by either side, even if there is a war. But in the southern side, they can do build up and they can take much bigger issues. And in 1962, they succeeded in that.
Right.
So that is why we are so, shall we say, chary about the Kailash range. That Kailash range should not go back.
Yeah.
Because militarily we understand the importance
Right.
as to what the Kailash range means to us.
Right.
So that is one issue. And also now they have started off that all along the LAC, they will start developing villages and settling their population.
Right.
So that the population can encroach more. And in the bargain, if you do not develop your infrastructure, then you are a loser.
Yeah.
So we will have to work that option also out. We will also start doing something like we have Ladakh Scouts, Arunachal Scouts, Kumaon Scouts. So all these soldiers who are from that area, sons of the soil, we should give them incentive and give them land at a cheaper rate so that they settle down there.
Right.
And if they are settling on the border, this kind of encroachment can be checkmated.
Right.
So that's another suggestion which I have for checkmating this kind of infrastructure offensive, as I call it, in military terms.
Yeah, very good suggestion, sir. Yeah. So I think we have to wind up because our time is up. But as we all, we have reached a consensus that we need to be careful and watchful and alert because we can't trust Chinese. I'm sure our government as forces are doing that. But thank you both of you for participating in this debate today.
Okay, thank you so
so
much.
much, Ajay.
Thank you. This is all in the agenda today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another important topic tomorrow. Till then, goodbye.